The Voyagers update introduced Corvettes, massive walkable ships you can build from scratch. But there are techniques that can unlock even more of your creativity. For example, the offset techniques. In this video, I'll break down the two main methods known currently to me, is the diagonal offset and the horizontal offset, and then I'll show you how to combine them. So today there's going to be no fancy ships, we're just going to talk about the mechanics so you can use them in the future on your own project. So the first technique is called the diagonal offset, and this will happen with using specific parts. Now, if you go into the building menu, you will see a few specific parts I'm going to be talking about, like the antenna, the ducting outlet, the streamlined trim cap, the streamlined trim, and more of the blocks here. But if you use the ducting outlet and the streamlined trim or the antenna, you have more than enough blocks because they all have the same application. So if I take one of these ducting outlets, for example, and I snap them on a habitation unit like this, and then I move my habitation unit around that snapping point, you will see I'm shifting this hab around that snapping point. Now, to remind yourself on how this works is to visualize the direction. So you have to think about the two snap points. You can see we had the original snap point, which was right there, and then we have the new snap point, which is down there. So if you would draw a line between those two, you will see that the line is going to follow from the new snap point back towards the old one. And I'm showing it with a line so you can see in which direction the block had moved. Now, the second technique is the horizontal offset. This is a very simple linear shift, usually along the length of your ship or the station landing strip, because that is the line we're going to be following. Now, for this to work, you will need a rock hopper propeller module. You will see that I can snap this module on several positions on the hab. So there's going to be one in the center, one on each side, and then one in the center of there. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 snap points. Now, if you look at the other side, you will see that these snap points do not exist. There is only 2 snap points, so this side won't be able to be used. So we will be using this side. Now, if I place this thing in the center of this block, or I put it on the outside of the block, and then I move my hab, and let me just put another hab next to it so you can see what I mean by it. I now will move this hab with the snap point. You can now see I can move my hab, and different little snaps, which allows me to jump a quarter block forward. All right, so now that we know both of these techniques, we can now start in combining them. So let me just remove this, bring this one back, and let's say I want to lift this hab halfway up. So I can use the antenna or the ducting. I'm going to snap it here, and then we're going to move our hab one step up. Now, as you know, this just went diagonal forward as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into our wings here. We're going to take the rock hopper module, and we're just going to snap one on the edge here so we can move our hab one step back. And we are now back on the original position where it was, but we have moved this hab a half a block up. And this is how you can offset the blocks. What you can do as well now is by using these separate jumps, I can now put a cowling on top of the hab and kind of lower the profile of the ship. So I can merge it into the hab. I don't need to keep that hab, of course. We can just move it on the landing pad if it fits. Come on, there we go. And now I can snap another cowling on the lower part, which is going to be only half a block lower, which means that it's going to merge inside. Now the snap points might be a bit finicky because of the, the connections, but it should normally perfectly merge into each other. There we go. So now we got the 2 cowlings merged into one. So I have now a size of 1.5 block height. All right, so let's move this block 1 up, and let's move that cowling up as well. Like that, and then remove the one in the center. And on the side, we should now have 3 habs merged into each other. So I'm going to extend the middle one that is merged to each other, and we're going to extend it until we can now snap a thruster on that. We're going to take the supply thruster, and we can merge it into that block, which is now going to be in the center of those two cowlings. It's actually not noticeable, but there is a thruster in there. If you want to make it more visible, we can add the rock hopper module on that. We're going to shift it half a block forward. Well, there we go. We're going to shift this half a block like that, and then we add another block in the front like that, and now we can go back and add that thruster into it. And now you're going to see that this thruster is going to merge so much better into those two cowlings, creating a completely new thruster. And then I can remove these two if I want to. Have a center one. We will have to find a way to close this off, or you can just place them both up on top. And now you have two rooms on top with the perfect cowling inside. And that's it, a very short video, but this is the foundation of some advanced Corvette building. With these two techniques, you'll be able to position parts far more precisely and unlock layouts that look unique and intentional, all without glitches, just using some of the hidden tools Hello Games gave us. If you found this video helpful, then hit that like, check back for more guides, and I will see you again in the future. Thanks so much for joining. This was Beeblebum. Goodbye for now.